Well, the Bucks snapped their skid and beat the Celtics, but no one cares about that result. All the worries in the world directed towards the health of Giannis Antetokounmpo. He left the game with a non-contact injury to his lower leg. The team is officially calling it a soleus strain. Those are two words that everyone out there in Bucksland is certainly searching and Googling tonight. It's a muscle within the calf. It remains to be seen how serious this will be for the Bucks moving forward.
Just curious, did he get an Achilles tendon test?
Yeah, they're testing him for the calf right now, which obviously MRI.
And that, my friends, is why you make a move at kicker. Earlier in the week, GM Brian Gutekunst pulling the plug on rookie Braden Narveson and citing veteran Brandon McManus. And sure enough, the 7th lead change of the game coming at the horn as McManus splits the uprights from 45 yards away to give the Packers the victory. Afterwards, I was walking down from the press box and I asked Scooty, feel pretty smart? He just grinned ear to ear and told me, I never feel very smart. But that smile betraying the immense satisfaction he derives from making that move to get the Packers this win over the previously 5-1 Texans.
The average margin of victory, I think, in the NFL is 3 points.
Welcome to opening night at the Super Bowl. Well, we've seen this before, KC at a Super Bowl for a 4th time in 5 years. But what we haven't seen was the Chiefs' struggles en route to this big destination. Well, the Chiefs are certainly a dynasty now. They doubled down in Las Vegas to repeat as champs. They hit the jackpot. The first team to go back-to-back since the Patriots way back in 2003 and 2004. Patrick Mahomes put on a show when it mattered the most. His team trailed 10-0 in the first half. They were down 3 in the final 2 minutes today. And after the Niners scored to start overtime, Mahomes, cool, calm under pressure, led his team right down the field for the victory. This is just the 2nd overtime in Super Bowl history. Kyle Shanahan of the Niners has been a part of both and on the wrong end of both as well. When Jordan Love doesn't throw an interception, it often goes very well for the Green Bay offense. The Packers quarterback has not thrown a pick in the last 4 games. The team has hit the 30-point total in each of those contests, and this Monday night they'll be going up against the Saints defense. It's 3rd worst in the NFL. The team has still not put it all together to get like a 50-point outing, but they're capable of it. Xavier McKinney has simply been a revelation for Green Bay. X, the new safety, 5 interceptions in 5 games, the first player in the entire NFL since at least 1970 to have at least 1 pick in each of his first 5 games with a team. It's simply remarkable the way that he's taking the ball away, even with quarterbacks paying extra attention to him. Xavier McKinney is a ball hawk.
For me, when I'm in the deep part of the field, if you're throwing the ball up there, then I feel disrespected.
Welcome to the very soggy Emerald City side of Sunday Night Football between the Packers and the Seahawks. Now, Green Bay has won 5 of the 6 matchups in this series since the 2014 NFC title game, but the one time they came back here, they lost. Chris, here we go again. Welcome to Seattle. You and I were both here 10 years ago when the Packers had that infamous debacle in the NFC title game, the fast start, the slow finish, to miss out on a trip to the Super Bowl, and home field advantage has meant an awful lot in this series. The home team between the Packers and Seahawks has won 10 straight times, but if there's any year to be the year for Green Bay to break this hex on the road here in Seattle, it's this season. Through the early games today, 218 contests had been completed in the NFL. The home teams won 110, the road team 108. Sack fest for the Packers. What was it like when you were able to pin your ears back and just get after that quarterback?
Yeah, it felt good. We knew what they wanted to do, and we had our tails, and, we pinned our ears back and got after it when we saw it.
Mark, we talked with you pregame. What did tonight's halftime ceremony mean to you, and did you get emotional at all?
Well, first of all, I was very emotional. I especially having all of my family there.
During your tenure, this is the largest shutout victory. In fact, the team's largest shutout since the first Monday nighter after 9/11. What's it mean to have that coincide with your big night as well?
I was not aware of that. I know there's not many shutouts in the NFL anymore.
Here come the Irish.
For St. Mary Springs grad Billy Strouth, it's a dream come true getting to play in this type of atmosphere at Notre Dame Stadium.
Being at Notre Dame is a dream of mine. Playing with these guys and being around such like-minded people is an easy fit for me. It hit me a few days before signing day, like a champion today, and I feel like that's just the way to live your life.
And here in the college ranks, the former number 3 recruit in the entire state of Wisconsin is taking his game to the next level.
There's a lot of great players I go against every day, and those guys are the reason I have improved, and they motivate me and push me. Being in the O-line room here there's a standard of play.
Schroeder knows his potential, and he's seen what Northeast Wisconsin has produced at the NFL level with Tanner Bordolini just down the street with the Colts, Logan Bruss with the Rams, and so many more.
I mean, the goal is obviously to make it to the NFL. I've dreamed about it since I was a kid, and you know, I don't look for anything to get in the way of that.
In your mind, what makes a great offensive lineman?
Somebody who plays for the guys next to him is something that I think is the name of the game. If you can make the guy on the left of you and the right of you better, that's an impact. And I think those are the type of players you're looking for on the offensive line.
And how about his high school coach, Bob Highland, hanging it up after a legendary career with the Ledgers?
Coach is a legend, and what Coach has done for me and my family, I'll never forget. He's somebody that means the world to me. Means the world to that school. He pushed everybody every day, to be their best.
At Notre Dame Stadium, Dave Schroeder, Action 2 Sports. Barring a tie in the final 2 weeks of the season, the NFC North will go down as the winningest division in NFL history. 13 wins already for the Lions and Vikings, 11 for the Packers with still 2 games to go. Green Bay playing within this juggernaut of a division, and iron has certainly sharpened iron.
Well, I think we'll find out when it comes to playoff time, but I believe that. I think that just all of us going against one another, it's forced you to be at your best every week. I mean, you can't afford to slip up just to keep up with everybody.
The Packers know one thing. They're going on the road for the first round of the playoffs, but their seeding after that, it's shrouded in the mist, like the fog here at Lambeau Field, though the players in a locker room, to a man, insist that they are fighting tooth and nail for every win and every possible chance at improving their seeding come January. At Lambeau Field, Dave Schroeder, Action 2 Sports. Welcome to the Music City. This next part, though, may not be music to your ears. On Saturday, the Packers elevating quarterback Sean Clifford from the practice squad to the active roster. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that Jordan Love will not play against the Titans on Sunday. Love is still officially questionable with his MCL sprain, but it does perhaps set the stage for former Titan Malik Willis to get a second start for Green Bay and go against his former team. Well, Matt LaFleur stays perfect against the Chicago Bears, an 11th straight victory, adding even more memories here in this building in Soldier Field that has seen so much Packers magic over the last decade and a half. Get this, Green Bay now 14-1 here since beating the Bears to go to Super Bowl 45. Today's game coming down to 1 point and 1 big block by Carl Brooks. Just don't call it lucky.
Rich said to our team last night, I will not understand if we come out of this game without a block.
The Packers still believe that when push comes to shove in the playoffs, they can beat anybody and everybody who stands in their way. But the fact remains they still haven't beaten anybody ahead of them in the standings. With Giannis out, everyone expected Dame time, but I'm not sure anyone expected this. Damian Lillard, known for his clutch performances, went off in the first half. He had 35 points before the break, and while he didn't score in the second stanza, the Deer didn't need it. Milwaukee with an easy win to go up 1-0 in their series against the Indiana Pacers. And in the first half that was dominant, at one point, Milwaukee had Indiana doubled up, and the scoreboard read Dame 29 points, the Pacers 29 points, and the rest of Milwaukee 29 points as well. Lillard showing up when his team needed him most, the 2-time MVP out with a calf strain.
I don't think that it's all on me, but I know that I got to be a little bit more aggressive and I got to, step forward a little bit more assertively. And in the playoffs, like I said before, it's about setting a tone. We're going to see this team a lot of times, and you want to establish yourself, especially on your home floor. And, that was just my mentality to come out and, try to set the tone in that way.
His confidence is literally unshakable. It just really is. He's got that prize fighter-like mentality. It's almost like he was training for the fight, and then when the bell rings, he seems to be ready. That's his mentality, and that's how he plays.
As for Indiana Pacers all-star Tyrese Halliburton, the Oshkosh North alum, he was held in check, attempting only 7 shots on this day and scoring just 9 points. For some perspective, he scored fewer than 9 points only 5 times all season. And as a whole today, the Bucks held the Pacers to their season low in total points. The defense certainly delivering for the Deer. Game 2 will see this team look to take a 2-0 series lead on Tuesday. Tip is at 7:30. At Fiserv Forum, Dave Schroeder, Action 2 Sports.